Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're carrying on with our Skrag The Slaughterer campaign, and we're scraggily slaughtering everything. At least that's the plan. Also, Altdorf is still underground, but don't worry about that. So I am actually on the build, the release build now. This is actually the first episode I'm recording post-early access, and it's going to be dependent on which campaign. This doesn't mean that all episodes you see on my channel from now on will be, you know, on the release build. There's still another 10 episodes of the Miao Yin campaign that are early pre-release build, just because I just batch recorded a bunch of it. So, you know how it is. So I thought I'd let you know anyway. I will be keeping you updated in the individual campaigns as we go. What is still pre-release and what isn't. I'm sure you'll hear me mention it. You know, past me talking about it in the future. Isn't YouTube confusing? Anyway, Altdorf, we're going to upgrade some stuff in it, and hopefully it'll last a little longer. And Skrag is going to head up to Middenheim, and it's going to be a lovely old time. One thing I'd love to see as well, maybe if I hold spacebar or anything, like, it'd be nice if holding spacebar. Yeah, there's nothing. That's not it, right? What would that be? Settlement bars will always show expanded, displaying income, control, etc. Oh, yeah? Oh, I see. It's just not doing it on the camp because the camp isn't a settlement. I feel like it should. That should actually display. But yeah, I don't actually want all that, do I? Or do I? Maybe I do. I actually quite like having all the information at a glance. I kind of like that, actually. But that's not what I was looking for. I was trying to see if I get the camp influence sphere, because I want to see if I'm still in range of it. Because you can only see it when you're selecting that, but that doesn't help you when you're trying to move somebody else. You see what I mean? Like, it goes away. So how can you move right to the edge of it without accidentally stepping over it? That's a bit upsetting. I'd quite like to have that, like, permanently on, but you just can't do it. That's very upsetting. I'm going to issue some feedback about that. Anyway, you there, technology. Mr. Technology Man. Let's get bigger tents, maybe? No, gone off meat. Gotta be. Gotta get that. Meat generated, 5 for all armies. That's going to give us some insane staying power when we're out and about, giving us a discount. It means it'll save us 25% of the meat consumption. You know, which means we can be out for an extra 20% of the time. That's probably not how percentages work, but I don't care. Let's go. Lambing season. Aw. Those farmsteads, unfortunate enough to be proximate to your tribes, have long accepted that the price of their survival is eye-wateringly high. The great day has rolled around once again when your followers eventually stir from their grease-stained beds. They are presented with veritable mountains of slaughtered lambs and calves. Well, how about that? Meat provided by camps plus 50%. That's a really interesting event to have, because obviously, you know, lambing season is a thing, right? It's a thing. This is what happens. But of course that would be a huge boon to a faction like the Ogre Kingdoms, right? Just suddenly have this big swathe of meat. And also, it is just shocking for all these farmsteads and things. I would usually use that as a means to, you know, obviously sell to markets and things. But we're running an extortion racket. And it's nice that this actually goes a long way to sort of, I don't know, not facilitate. I don't know, just set the scene, I suppose, of that taking place, because the campaign map doesn't really display that particularly well, because you just take over a settlement, then it's yours. Are the people still there, or is it just do you just live there now? What's going on? It doesn't really do a great job of communicating the realities of sort of ogres taking over the land as they're doing. So, you know, so tiny garrison, medium casualties. Seriously, that seems highly unlikely. That seems very peculiar, but we haven't used this army before, so let's do it. Alright, here we are, with just a hell of an army. Just a hell of an army now. Absolutely love it. Absolutely brilliant. Especially because we have Stonehorns now, and Stonehorns are just the coolest things. Hey, buddy. Hey. Look how expressive their face is as well. With their stone eyebrows. They look great. Really is wonderful. Maybe it doesn't make a huge amount of sense that the stony bits are flexible like that, but I prefer them being expressive than realistic, okay? No one looks at Pixar movies and goes, you know what, they just don't look very realistic. You know, that's just not a concern. And yes, I am comparing Total War Warhammer to a Pixar movie, okay? We're running around with fantastical beasts and everything, like, just, it's a Pixar movie. Okay, don't be ridiculous. So, you lot are going to go over there. We're going to break in through those spots. And I think everyone else is going to run in like lunatics. So, you guys can group up. You guys can group up to go into that gate. And you guys straight down the middle, I suppose. And we'll just have the scrap launchers shoot what they like. And the lead belchers, I'm not really sure what their job is going to be here, honestly. You know, they're very direct fire, these guys. So I'm not really sure what they'll be able to do. I also love the fact that they have fuses coming out of their mouths. It's a really nice touch. Like they literally just hold the cannon up to their mouth to light it. Like some sort of... I know, it's kind of like using a cigar to light a bomb or something. I'm sure I've seen that in movies before. Anyway, let's actually start by ordering these ones about. So you guys... charge in, please. Nope, you're doing that wrong. I mean, I'm doing that wrong, honestly, but...
until all the meat is chopped.
Alright, you... Nope, both of you guys. Go hang out in there, please. So the stone horns are leading the way, which is perfect, because they are just going to soak up all of this damage so effortlessly. They really are. It's going to be quite embarrassing how little of an impact our enemies are going to cause. They're going to have on our boys. And they have Kossars. I didn't even notice. They have an embassy here. They have an outpost. There's a Kislev outpost here in the Empire. They have a bunch of Kossars running around. It's fantastic. Love that. That's really cool. Alright, now who can I stamp on? That'll do. So, you guys are pushing in. So stone horns are cool. Hide as hard as rock. Horns that can tear mountaintops asunder. Hooves that can flatten legions. And I'm sure they will. Let's smash that to bits. You guys are getting a little bit carried away, I'd wager. Right, you head over here again. Thank you. Destroyed that tower. And it looks like we have broken our way in. Now, one thing that I find really quite silly... Right, I find really quite silly in Total War Warhammer is it shows you if the gatehouse is under your control or the enemy's control, but it doesn't show you if it's been destroyed. Why wouldn't this be a different graphic? They can still just colour it. Whoever, like, owns this, you know, gatehouse. Well, they have to make it grey when it's destroyed, because the gate is going to be irrelevant. You know, the gate is irrelevant who controls it once it's been destroyed. Like, am I being silly by saying that? I feel like that's just a very obvious thing that should change. Also, we're going to send a burning head straight down here, which should help out a bit. If it can stay on target. Which it didn't. But that's okay. It doesn't always stay on target. It does go off to one side. That is a thing that happens. Blew that up just because we can. So lead belchers and the scrap launchers. We haven't looked at these guys yet either, have we? Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We had that siege battle. Okay, you guys are getting a bit amorous. Can you stop? Can you stop? It's not the time, Mr. Rhinox. Oh no, you're not properly in your housing. Oh, now he is. Oh, he was just having some trouble. He's okay. He's okay. Oh, roasting and tenderizing enemies with point-blank cannon fire creates delicious, ready-to-eat meals. That is such a great summary. I really enjoy that. Also, I am being very slow on the uptake here. Let's get those iron fists. Leveled up. Not leveled up. Healed. With Butcher. Very useful ability, though. And a Stonehorn. Just having a great old stomp. Having a wonderful time. Yeah, I really do like Stonehorns. They're huge. They're so cool. And look at him go. Aww. Wild. I mean, ogres are gigantic, and he looks tiny on the top of that. Absolutely minuscule. I really want to see a Stonehorn fight like a Dreadsaurian or something. That'd be amazing. I'd be seriously game for that. Also, you guys, I suppose, can go and capture some things, right? I kind of ignored you quite early there. Those little tents as well. God, I just love the details in this game. All the little wagons and barrels and things. And this beautiful little monument to MORR. Those little castle-y bits. So many castle-y bits. So many statues to MORR. In fact, maybe too many. I know death is kind of ever-present in the Empire, but like they do also worship Sigmar and things. I'm surprised we're not seeing more like just little statues of Sigmar dotted around the place. Again, always with MORR. Always more. I guess they said, do you need more statues, Chief? And then the government would be like, yeah, more. Okay, cool. And they went and build statues of more. Probably what happened. Alright, so that went well. We only lost 2 ogres. That probably explains the 3 meat that we got from that battle. We can take Middenheim, which we now have control over the province again. Let's go ahead and do that. Delbers can get extra income, thank you. Good. And now I've spent all my money again. Big names we're going to keep on the movement range. I think it's just too useful not to have, honestly. And now I have no idea what to get. I really have no idea what we need to level with Skrag the Slaughterer. Because really the only things we need are Beast Eaters for the Iron Guts and Man Eaters. And then Stone Horns and Gorges. You know, that's all we need. That's all we need leveled. Everything else is like... I mean, Tools of Destruction, I guess? So we can get some extra, like, ammo and missile strength, but... when the missiles you're firing already kill everything that it touches, like, why do you need to boost it at all? It seems a little bit irrelevant, but I guess it'll have minor impact.
Thank you for this gift.
Shooting something big.
My MORR.
But generally, I think that's all going to do its job. Let's do Kindle Flame for that 20% fire weakness. Very nice to have, to give enemies fire weakness every time we cast as well. Also, you can go over there. Go hang out with Zoc. So Zoc has, obviously, Feastmaster Falcon and Flagog the Hunter. So we should go ahead and get some saber tusks in this army, right? I mean, we should hand over a bunch of stuff. Now we're in a bit of an iffy spot right now because actually, I kind of want to make room for more recruiting, but I also don't want to like run down my upkeep a bunch. So we'll just take the Noblars for now, even though at some point we will be taking Stonehorns and maybe even some Lead Belchers. No Gorges, I don't think, though. I don't think we'll take any Gorges. I want to have mostly Saber Tusks. In fact, nothing but Saber Tusks and Lead Belchers would be hilarious. The Saber Tusks are nice and quick. So they're just having a wall of Lead Belchers. And then if anything gets too near, just pounce on top of them with 1,000 Saber Tusks. I think would be hilarious. I think that'd be really fun. Yeah, maybe just have all the cannons. Yeah, I'd like that. I'd like that. See, look, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it at all. It's not likely he ever will. Alright, cool. We're good anyway. Let's go with the corruption lowering one, I think. Just because, you know, it'll be useful at some point, probably. You know, there is a bit of corn corruption here. Orthodoxy dominates. I don't know why it always insists on telling me this. Like, I really don't care what Kislev are up to. It's kind of irrelevant. Their politics is their politics. It has no impact on what I am going to be able to eat. You know, it just doesn't. So my word is law, and the law is final. I'm sure it is. I'm not going to argue. But I mean, that is how their society works. It really is just the person who is strongest is the law. That is literally it. There's a very, very clear reason why they are called tyrants. You know, the leaders of these places. I just realised we can get Great Moor site there. We can max out. I think we want to go. I think we want to go with anything that will boost our income first. I know there is an income generating building here, but I think we want to work on getting all of our minor settlements, like income buildings and garrison buildings and resource buildings built. Just go mad on that for now, so we can really just drive up the utility of all of our I guess our pantry. It's more of a pantry than a kingdom, isn't it? Yeah, the great pantry of Skrag the Slaughterer. That is what our kingdom is now called. It is the great pantry. Brilliant. So Skrag, we're going to move you over here. And we're going to set up an ambush here. Maybe we'll catch Theodoric Gauser. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. But we'll see. We will see.
Spear you upon my hook. Hack you apart with my cleaver.
Hey, Karen. No military access, because whenever demons show up, it spoils all of our meat. So, no, get out of here. And it did fail, but it doesn't matter because he's still within range of us anyway, so he's not going to be able to run.
My cook partner waits.
Sorry, Theo. Sorry, buddy. We also just got a pop-up of the Negotiator. I don't know what that was. We'll find out soon. Do I need to have a pre-battle feast? I feel like we just have so much meat right now. I'm gonna leave it. We'll chill with that. We are gonna set up another camp in the north, by the way. I was thinking maybe putting a camp near Eringrad, because if we do end up at war with Kislev, that's probably where they're gonna be coming in from, and they'll probably just hit the camp, and we can fight them from there, potentially. Though it might require a good deal of babysitting, which is a bit of a pity. That is a bit of an issue. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, saying medium casualties and a Pyrrhic victory, this should be a nice land battle, which means we will be able to make use out of all of our artillery a little bit better. So this should be a lot of fun. Okay, so here we are with our ludicrous army. We're going to put our gorges up here. They're going to run down from the cliffs. We'll have all of our mercenaries over here, along with our lords and heroes and stompy chums. You know what? Both of these guys are good on this side because the fact I'm leaning over this way with the bulk of my army means that there will be a sort of the end of their formation will sort of ruche up a bit, which means they'll have more of an overlap of things like crossbowmen that'll be firing at my lines, and so I may as well put the things that can suck up the most damage over there. You know? So, let's get you guys to move out.
The more commands. I will.
Okay, let's start taking random pot shots, shall we? The more randomer the pot shots, the better for me.
Skrag The Slaughterer.
And then you guys. I mean, just shoot whatever you like, honestly. We'll start on one end and work our way down. That's the thing, if we can get rid of these guys quickly, then we can just shoot, like, just straight down the line of our enemies, which will be just stunningly entertaining for us. We are technically on the attack right now. We are the ones attacking. This is not going to make much difference. They will eventually come to us. Because we have a huge advantage in ranged performance. I mean, look at this. Beautiful sunny day. Wonderful day to die. Just look at them flying. Oh my word. It really is stunningly damaging. Alright, I guess it's time to attack now. So they are being a bit sneaky over here, I must say. They are being a little sneaky. So let's charge everyone in. Yeah, this is just brutal. Bloody hell. Alright, let's not have you that side. Let's push you over the other. Okay. Oh wow, Skrag's taking some damage, huh? Sure has. Sure has. Let's do troll guts on him. If I can find the bloody thing. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Aw, they get so stompy. Alright, you guys run that way. Good. You guys keep going with whatever it is you are doing. And this works too. Let's, oh, I don't know. Let's just roughly do it. That's the thing. Things like Burning Head, really good against, like, big numbers of troops. But against, like, smaller entity units, you know, either single entity or just, like, ogres that just, like, monstrous infantry, it doesn't do that much damage, because it does damage per thing it hits. And it's not hitting much. So it really is perfect. It really is the perfect spell for this. Even though it does seem to do less damage than it used to. It does seem to do less damage. Yeah, this is almost sad. Oh, and actually Troll Guts did give Skrag all of his health back. All of it. It's all back. It's absurd. Alright, well that's... I mean, that's that then. Just absolute massacre. An absolute massacre. Good to see. God, also I love these little, like, knobbly bits on Stonehorns. Such cool details on them. Really do look fantastic. Really cool. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so we lost one ogre. Really sucks to be that guy, but don't worry. We've eaten him, so let's get... I think just get more meat out of them, honestly. And there he goes. Bye, lad. The negotiator. Your henchman drag an unusually lucid gorger before you. Unlike its solitude-maddened kin, the elephantine sinewy horror will obey basic commands. This proves particularly useful during contract negotiations. A mere snap of their fingers will see the other party's head torn from their shoulders. A superior rate is thus guaranteed. That's so good. So for the next 20 turns, we get an extra 15% rewards from our contracts, which is pretty cool. Also got Artificer. This ogre has been given the job of crafting bespoke armor pieces and a variety of nasty gouging weapons for the tribe's elite. And that was for having lead belchers. It gets us +3 recruit ranks for lead belchers. That's pretty cool. And a Spangle Shard. Ooh. This, like, I feel like the sort of, like, ogres and Sky Titans, the whole Mountains of Morn, like, lexicon, I suppose, they seem to draw from the BFG. Just genuinely, I think they use Roald Dahl as a source of, like, just weird stuff like that. You know, a Spangle Shard. So, although once a finely wrought gemstone bound into a silver filigree cone, it is now a dirt-encrusted chipped remnant of its former glory. Its defensive powers resisting powerful attacks. Because, I mean, that's the thing, they're very curmudgeonly, aren't they? The ogres. And now the giants. The idea of, like, repurposing something, giving just, like, a weird, quite sort of baffling, sort of clumsy-sounding name for themselves. It just feels very appropriate, and I feel like Roald Dahl kind of invented that. Just that sort of very... just that BFG lingo is fantastic, you know? So I feel like they did actually take some cues from that. I certainly hope they did, because I feel like it's the perfect fit. So, Tools of Destruction. I guess we'll get that some more, because we can. And Girth the Cheese. I keep forgetting his name is Girth the Cheese. It's so good. Such a great name. We're going to give him Fire Breath, because I want Girth the Cheese to be able to vomit fondue onto our enemies. When you've had just the right cocktail of incendiary ingredients for lunch, nothing with an ounce of sense will stand in your way. Yeah, some nice chili cheese. So we're going to go to Salzenland in a second, and Delbers can upgrade that, and now we've spent all of our money, which is great. You know what, let's not upgrade the garrison again. Let's have a quick look round for more financial opportunities. Like in Gorsel, we can get the basic building there. Isn't that good? An extra 50, but next to nothing. And over here as well, we can go with a clay pit in Altdorf. That'll be nice. An Ubersreich, we can get a pay chest store as well. We're getting all of the new toys. Valmir von Rorkov is still in his submarine, so don't you worry about that. He's still in his submarine. That's normal. Absolutely normal. Oh, hang on. Are you... Oh, we haven't done any offers to the Great Moor in a while. Do we want to go with campaign movement range or melee attack? It's a tough one. It is a tough one. Campaign movement range, we can get places quicker. Bloody and raw, we can, I don't know, get to chewing a little bit faster. I think come and get it works. I don't think we need the extra melee attack, necessarily. Not yet. Skrag The Slaughterer has committed their surplus meat to the Great Moor. He and his army will now enjoy its blessing. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Okay. Building upgrade available. That's Isleheart Camp. Yeah, no, we're fine. What is it? You know what we can do? We can get a little bit of recruitment done with that money, even though we could do with saving that money. But I would like to get some more of those saber tusks. Or technology research. 5 meat generated per army is brilliant. One thing I would love to see is if this was actually, rather than just the upkeep of meat, that was actually the adjusted upkeep of meat. So if you are earning meat, that would be adjusted. Because you can hover over this, or hover over that. But, I mean, can't it just tell us? You know what I mean? Like, if you have upkeep reduction, or anything like that, it shows here, right? If you're paying less upkeep, it shows you a smaller number in upkeep. So why is it meat consumption always has to be at 20? Because it almost makes it kind of pointless. You know it's a full stack. Like, I know the adjusted price would make a lot more sense. So it should be 15 right now. But well, that's just me. That's just what I think. So this meat's well past its best, but hardy ogre constitutions can probably still handle it. The price reflects this. It does make sense that ogres be able to get a bunch of, like, horrible past its sell-by date, you know, bargain bucket steaks, and not have any problems with that. So, you know, if they are going to extort a population, or indeed just visit a population, it's not always like conquest and bully and extortion. Sometimes it's literally just, you know, you're an ogre, you're a man-eater, you're just travelling and you show up somewhere. And you want to eat. It's that simple sometimes. Sometimes it's you're working for someone, you're being paid in meat, and they are getting it on the cheap. And you don't care because you're an ogre and you'll eat anything. So, you know. So, Pyrrhic victory? Are you joking? Alright, well, I guess we're going to have to fight this one, because Pyrrhic victory for some reason. And here we are once again in a just a gorgeous Empire day. But yeah, we're gonna smash our way through somewhere. I mean, I guess we're going for that gate, huh? It would seem so. All right, you guys, you're going for that gate. Good lad. And I don't know, everyone else, do you want to just smash through? That's the point, actually. Can you... Yeah, Wallbreaker. Stonehorns can do that. I was going to say, can Stonehorns do it? Because they're not technically ogres. But no, they can. It's fine. I don't want them to. But I think I want these guys to. And you guys need to spread out. You're far too big to be right next to each other. And I guess you guys can go a bit further forward? I don't know.
Skrag The Slaughterer.
Alright. Start smashing through that wall, please. And you go for that. And, huh. Oh, I guess everyone can move forward, huh? Fair enough. Okay, now who can I stamp upon? Let's see if it'll get these halberdiers in here too. Nope, won't even get them. Oh no, they're actually trying to get into that fight. Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. Fire in the disco. Yeah, set you guys on fire. Yeah, not as much damage as it used to do at all, but still pretty good damage. Not burning head. It's a good ability, that's for sure. They don't seem to have. Really, they don't seem to actually have any of their towers occupied, which is interesting. Okay. Let's just hit random enemies then. Yeah, good. We did a smidge of damage. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Oh, you're going to keep moving up. Any kills for you guys? 4 for you. Oh, good. You are great. Well done. Well done. Yeah, we can shoot down the line here, and that should do a good job. Oh, we are in. We are in. Okay, good. You in there? You are. Good, let's go get those handgunners as well. And, ooh, we don't like the look of the halberd, so... Nice, and the stone horn over there, because I think the stone horn can actually handle those halberds. Remember, we do have ogre charge as well. Yeah, we do have ogre charge on our boys. 0 and 4. Are you guys, like... Are you doing this on purpose? Just shoot over the wall. Go on, shoot things that you can actually reach. That's all you need to do. It's really simple. Okay, good. Now what else can I do? Upset those halberdiers, I suppose. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Alright, need backup. Come on, get on those halberdiers with everybody.
Skrag The Slaughterer.
And... oh, yeah, we're getting through. And scrap being launched. See, that's much better, guys. Now that you're actually aiming for something, you're doing a lot better. And go for them next. These would be a good ones to get as well, actually. Ooh, look at that. They've got some great swordsmen. There's some good units over here. Let's slow them all down. Ooh, marvellous. Okay, get over here quickly. I really want you to hit them. Marvellous. Let's overcast it. This is going to go very poorly for our opponents over here. I also probably startled the crap out of this lad. Yeah, look at it. He did look startled. Yeah, that was crashing. Excellent. Now, let's give some generation to those man-eaters so we don't lose any models. Those great swords are chilling. Let's just sort of badger them, I suppose. Some good badgering. Very explosive badgering right there. Again, lead belchers haven't been able to really do anything yet, which is fine. Oh, hang on a minute. Can I actually shoot them? Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can. I think we're going to suffer. They're going to suffer army losses. I was going to say ogre losses for some reason. They're going to suffer ogre losses soon. I don't know why I went to say ogre losses. It's certainly losses from ogres, so I mean it kind of makes sense. But still, oh god, this stall is Bretonnian. Oh, that's fun. Very cool. God, they still got the balloons. I'm just so sad the balloons don't shoot up into the air anymore. I really loved that. It was such a cool thing. But oh well. Did we lose anyone? A handful of people, I think. Okay, well, I said a handful of people, and I guess you could argue that a single ogre is quite the handful, so I'm technically still correct. But anyway, we lost one guy, and this is a Pyrrhic victory, is what Auto-Resolve was thinking. Yeah, ogres really just don't get the best odds in Auto-Resolve. They really don't. Anyway, Pit Fighter. The tribe huddle around a crudely dug pit to watch two of the best gut barge, face crack, and fist splinter it out until one of them either submits or dies. Good. Beleaguer. We could go over, or we could go under. Either way, those walls won't be a problem for long. Good. Achieve victory in multiple siege battles. Get extra leadership. So, Skrag, my boy. Let's get Tools of Destruction maxed out. And girth the cheese. Let's get Cascading Fire Cloak, I think. The extra armor-piercing weapon damage and melee defense is going to turn anyone into a serious bruiser. But dirt cheap as well. It's a very, very cheap spell. Nice and spammable. So if you do manage to give a bunch of your units fire damage, which you can with the Banner of the Eternal Flame, then you're going to end up with a lot of extra damage happening, which is really nice. You know, by triggering Kindle Flame over and over by spamming a cheap buff. Very nice. So we still do need to get this leveled up. We really do. And there's still just random Imperials strolling about the place, but they really don't have anything going on. So let's go with, you know what, none of this stuff actually needs an upgrade. I guess Middenheim I will upgrade to a crap moat. Moats of Ogre and Rhinox crap will surround particularly valuable and establish tribal locations. Whole armies of foes have drowned in them before. God, can you imagine? Oh no, don't do that. I wanted that. Oh, Sven. Sven. Alright, Salzamund, you suck. Let's get rid of all of this. That's terrible. Okay, I want all my income buildings and timber as well. Also the timber. Nordland has a history of really just loathing the Lorelorn elves, because every time they want to cut down the forest, the Lorelorn elves tend to just get really murdery. So they have a very tenuous truce and very just the most flimsy of trade agreements, where basically the Lorelorn elves say, you can cut down X number of trees this year. And then, yeah, the people of the Nordland have to abide by it. Or, again, the elves get very, very stabby. And, yeah, it can be very bad. So very tenuous relationship these guys have when it comes to timber. So Salzamund does get a lot of timber, which is what makes it so important that they can do that, but they can't put production up any higher because the bloody elves. So yeah, what's his name? Gausser has been he's very, very annoyed with the Lorelorn elves, and he can't wait to get rid of them if he can. He is not a fan. Fort Bergbrez, I just realised, doesn't actually have a garrison building, which I guess I don't need to rush to because I mean no one's here. But that doesn't mean that no one will be soon, so I think we will actually get rid of the weapon pile there. Because we don't really need it, honestly. We don't really need it. And then here, because we need this somewhere, right? We'll get the control and corruption building. Here the fire bellies give thanks to their fire to God and bathe in the cleansing fire. As they do. Alright. More technology. So I was thinking bigger tents so we get the extra population surplus. It's going to take 10 turns to get there, though. I may have to just sort of ignore that. Income from trade plus 5% for every ally. That's kind of cool. It's per ally, not per, like, trade deal or whatever else. That is pretty cool. Simply promising not to eat the foreign envoys puts trade negotiations out on better footing from the outset. Sure does. I'm tempted, or I could start making my way down here. I mean, ambush success chance up, just generally, is awesome. So I'd quite like to go for that. And man-eaters with more armor. Sounds fun, too. Sky Titan defenses, love that. Love the reference to the Sky Titans. The monolithic defenses of this long-gone race were built into the mountains themselves. It's not completely beyond the ogres to work out how to use them, but almost. Extra defensive supplies when under siege. That's very useful. Noblars and Noblars scrap. Launcher upkeep minus 50%. That's very cool. Income from trade plus 10%. Income from camp buildings plus 30%. That's very handy. Okay, well that's where we're headed. Population surplus 3 for newly deployed camps. Extra weapon strength for saber tusks, stonehorns, gorges, and giants. That's great. Yeah, we're gonna head to that one. We're gonna head to that.
No more. Your gifts
Excellent.
are bountiful.
Right, now where are we going? I don't know. What are we doing? Ending the turn, probably.
Tyrant of
I'd
the
imagine.
tribe. Greetings in the name of the MORR that would one day consume you.
Hello, Sven. Non-aggression pact. I mean, I don't see why not, I suppose. It's a bit annoying they've taken a bunch of territory here, but they are at war with the elves. So the elves are going to be at war with these guys, so the elves might even kick these guys off and I can nab, you know, the territory later. That might be useful. Laurelorn Forest has a huge garrison. Huge garrison. A lot of Nurgle corruption, though. Makes you wonder how this is doing. But anyway, we did sign a non-aggression pact, so we got some extra cash for that, which is lovely.
The Tome of Fates warns that a roar from Ursun is coming. Prepare your armies to defend from demonic incursion. Gird your most powerful army to travel across the void and into the realm of chaos. The roar comes soon.
Well, that's good to know, but it also means we need to get a move on with recruiting an army for this guy. Because I do actually want to get this army looking good, so it can basically just kill demons as a means to get experience. It would be nice to get some other cavalry or something too. But that's why we really need to get to tier 5 in this camp, so we can get the best units to accent our army of just crappy bulls or whatever. Scrap launchers would be fun, but no, I think I might get some more lead belchers, you know.
More meat for
Yeah, let's ignore them for now. Let's ignore those for now, because we're going to close the rifts nearest our camp first. So while we're closing rifts, we can use the money to recruit replacement units. So for now, we are going to go with
do what I say.
more of these.
Make sure I don't die. Right?
Okay, so we're going to have 6 total. And yeah, I am very tempted to get a couple of giants. I think that would be really fun. But I want to go with the more hunter-focused units. So maybe some cavalry might be nice. Or do I want more lead belchers? I'm going to get another lead belcher unit queued up. I like lead belchers. I want to go with too many lead belchers because they're just so fun. Just seeing them just blitz enemy infantry as they do is great. It really is marvellous. So, Salzamund. Let's build all the other nonsense. Brilliant. And Elbers has an upgrade, but that's fine.
Even meat won't
For
come.
burglars, let's get the garrison building built there. And that's much of our... Look, what are you even doing here? Seriously. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way you're going to be able to handle that, Mr. Rokov. The bid's handling it, you're right. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. I don't know why we still have this, honestly, but we do, so whatever. That's fine. So yeah, we're good. Let's move on.
It does not deserve to talk to us no more.
Valmir von Rokov wants a peace treaty. Interesting. Interesting. We also need to do a bunch of this stuff. Take it off. Not to be confused with dwarfs. It means town, not dwarf. Just making sure everyone's on the right page. I'm going to say yeah. If they want to give me tribute, then give me tribute. And then if I wander into their territory and they have nothing to feed me, then I'm going to feed myself. You know, it's yeah, peace or not, formal declarations of war or not, it's kind of irrelevant. So let's head to Eringrad. Okay, and I'm going to build a camp over here. And then arguably do something. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. I think I'm going to end the episode here. And then we're going to... I mean, next episode's going to be full of dispatching demons and whatnot, which should be interesting. But we've done some pretty good work. I guess I could just finish off the admin. Let's finish off the admin. You know, it's good to get the admin out of the way. And that's all the admin I can afford. So, good for us. We have 221 food right now. It's obscene. It's absolutely obscene, and I love it. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Have a good one.